Yo, what's good everyone? Thank you for tuning in to today's video. As you can see from the title, we are back again with yet another review. Now in today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at a shoe that I was able to cop on Air Max Day. But before we dive into all of that, I just want to welcome back all of my returning subscribers. If you are new around here and you haven't done so already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. And if you do enjoy this video, a big thumbs up goes a long way in helping getting this video out to more and more people. And if you do want to reach out to me for any reason whatsoever, you can find me most active on Instagram under ACS Sneakers. And now all the housekeeping is taken care of, we now just go ahead and dive straight into this video. So first things first, just like we always do, before we take a look at the shoes, let's just take a quick look at the shoe box. Now the box itself is exactly the same as the one that we got with the Air Max 1 Heavies. And if you saw that review, you've seen this before, so if you want to skip ahead, please feel free to do that. But for anyone who missed it, across the front of the lid, we do get that multicoloured Nike branding with that floral swoosh, hopefully if that's focusing. On either side of the box, we do get the Concepts branding in that hippie font with the dash, star and half moon. Now, that's actually only on this side of the box. As you can see, it's just Concepts on this side. And then on this portion, we do get that floral swoosh, you know, for flower power and all that. If we then take a quick look at the label, which reads, this is the Nike Air Max 1 SP in the oil green, multicolour and sail colourway. And as I've said, I'm very glad to say that this is a personal pair. So it is a UK size 9, as you should hopefully be able to see. If you are doing any legit checks, now is probably the best time to actually pause the video to check that. So if you did, there it is. And then if we do just open up the box itself, we do get some really nice tissue paper done in a mostly red colour. Floral swoosh on there as well with that Concepts branding in there as well. Very, very nice touches. But with that, that's the box all covered. Everything you need to know about the packaging. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the shoes. So to kick off this review, in hand we have the Concept Nike Air Max 1 Mellows. And as I was saying just a little bit earlier on in the video, this is a shoe that I honestly feel very fortunate that I was able to cop on Air Max Day. I'm not going to go into Air Max Day. It is what it is. It's the same every year. But at least this year, I was able to get the shoe that I was after. Now, this shoe is being released as part of a collection of 3 for anyone who doesn't already know. And technically, this was actually the very first colourway to release overseas. It was then followed up by the heavy colourway, which we actually reviewed on this channel quite recently. So if you do want to check out that review as well, I will link it above in the cards if you do want to watch it after this one. And then there is a third and final colourway, which is the Far Out colourway. And that one definitely seems to be the slightly more limited one, and with that, definitely the more expensive one of all 3. Now, all 3 colourways are heavily inspired by 1960s culture and fashion, and even to a slight extent, I'd maybe even say even emotion. So with each individual shoe, it has its own story to tell in its own way, and even though this is considered to be the Mellow colourway, it's a very, very busy looking shoe. So I'm going to break down all the little intricacies that come with this shoe and show you everything that you need to know. So just diving straight into this one, we'll start from the front and then work our way back. Now on the toe box, as you will be able to see, we do get this really nice light wash denim. I'm very happy with how mine turned out, but I do want to preface that by saying that every single pair of these is going to be a little bit different to the other. The reason for that is it's very difficult to actually replicate the design and the overall colour with them using wash denim. So just because mine looks like this doesn't mean that yours will look the same. On the toe box, we then have the cowhide or cow fur, whatever you want to call it. And then just underneath this, on the toe box itself, we do have that dash, star and half moon. And as I mentioned in the review of the heavy colourway, this actually does have its own individual significance because this was originally shown on the Woodstock tickets back in 1969. And something I didn't actually mention in that review is that these different signs were supposed to represent the different days of the festival, starting from Friday and then ending on the Sunday. I'm not sure how credible that information is, to be completely honest, because I did just Google it and that's what it showed me. but definitely is something that I thought was really interesting and definitely something that's worth knowing. And then just wrapping all the way around the toe box, through the mudguard, and to be honest, through the entire bottom portion of the shoe, we do have this olive coloured textile material, which is there to actually depict the military style of jackets that were worn in that particular era. As we then continue to work our way further back the upper, on the overlays in the midfoot quarter panel, we do have a slightly darker wash denim to what we've previously seen on the shoe. On the lateral side of the midfoot, we then have this multicoloured swoosh done in black, maroon and teal with the black outline. And then onto the medial side, we have a slight twist as we have a floral Nike swoosh, very similar to what we saw on both the shoebox as well as the tissue paper. As we then work our way onto the ankle collar, starting with the top eye stays, we have this nice pop of purple with the corduroy material around the eye stay. The eye stay itself has been done using a TPU material. Like the heavies, we do also get a hang tag. This time it's been done in like a more of an ivory colour with the Nike and Concepts branding. Very, very nice touch indeed. And then onto the ankle collar itself, we do have this multicoloured textile with the Concepts branding thrown in to really break it up and just give it a little bit of extra flavour. As we then reach the heel of the shoe, we then have this black canvas paisley bandana. And in the centre of that, we have that distressed or unfinished white Nike Air branding. And as you can see, the threads are coming away to really give it that, 1960s vibe.
Nice.
Now this shoe, like the heavies and I'm assuming like the far outs, does actually have a few different lace options. Now the default laces that originally come in the actual shoe itself are just your flat shoelaces in this really nice maroon colour. But you do actually get 2 additional sets as well. So you get a set of white laces, and if you're feeling a little bit of extra flavour, you do also get a velvet set of laces as well. Now, if you saw my review of the heavies, quick spoiler alert, I did go with the brown velvet laces for that one. And I think for this one, I'm going to go with the velvet again. I just think it's going to work best. I was a little bit lazy. I could have swapped it out before doing this video, but I wanted to show you all the different lace options. Let me know which one you're picking in the comment section below. I've seen a few people actually use olive, and I've seen some people using sail as well, which actually does work really well. But for me, I do think that that velvet option is probably what I'm going to go for. Now, the laces themselves do actually sit atop this really nice premium velvet tongue at the base. And as we do work our way up the laces to the top of the tongue, we do get that white tongue tag with the Nike branding as well as that hippie style of Concepts branding once again. As we then work our way onto the inside of the shoe, we do have this really nice rib sock liner, again done in that nice maroon colour. And as we then work our way even further inside the shoe, we get a multicoloured design on the insoles with that Concepts branding in there once again. But as we then just work our way onto the midsole, we do have this really nice pre-aged or sail coloured midsole, a little bit of brown paint speckling in there to add a little bit of something different. And then towards the heel of the shoe, we do get that exposed air unit, just your standard Air Max 1 business. And then as we do work our way underfoot, we get that traditional Air Max 1 outsole done in that solid block colour of either dark maroon or brown. Can't quite tell you the exact colour, but either way it works really nicely. Now in terms of like the overall sizing for this one, I was a little bit surprised that this feels a little bit different to the heavies. I can't tell you why, it just fits a little bit different on me. I can't speak for everyone's experience, but for me, the heavies felt a little bit tight, whereas these ones just feel absolutely fine. So when it comes to sizing on this Mellow colourway, I would suggest that you do go true to size. I've seen a few comments where people suggested to go a half size down because of the amount of room in the actual toe box itself. But for me, I don't mind a little bit of room in there, and I'm a wide footer, so to go a half size down would pretty much cripple my feet. But I think if you are more of a narrow footer and you want a bit more of a snug or tight fit, I do think that going half a size down could actually be the best move for you. But like I always suggest when it ever comes to picking up a pair of shoes, if there's any option for you to try the shoe before buying, for obvious reasons, that's going to be the best outcome for you. And just like that, we've pretty much covered everything that's actually worth mentioning on this shoe. So if we now just go ahead and wrap up this video. So just to wrap up this video, in terms of my overall opinion on the shoe itself, to give these a rating, for me, these are easily an 8.5 out of 10. I was almost leaning on giving them a 9 to be honest, but for me, I think 8.5 sits a little bit better. I absolutely love this shoe, don't get me wrong, and I feel like some people might ask me why I've only given them an 8.5. For me, it's a really nice wearable shoe, arguably more wearable than either of the other 2 colorways. But for me, the heavy is by far the best in the pack. I said that in my last video. That hasn't changed actually getting these in hand. And I definitely feel like the heavies are a 10 out of 10. And these are a little bit behind, but still a really, really nice pair to have. Definitely going to be rocking these in summer. Really excited to actually wear these out, and I would love to get your guys' opinion on my rating as well. So do let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and let me know your ratings as well. And if you have stuck around to this point in the video, as always, I want to say a massive thank you. If you haven't already, please feel free to smash that subscribe button. Also, do make sure the bell notification is switched on so you never miss a video. And I hope to see you all again in the next one.